Hi Cancer, welcome to an abundance reading for July 2020. It's Raina here, and I found this on Pinterest, and I'm wondering, it says Pinterest.ca. I wonder if this is a Canadian version, and these are Canadian content creators. But the name of the site is thesistersenchanted.com. So I think .com is American. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. But in any case, what I noticed about this spread is that they don't number it. So I'm not quite sure like how you're supposed to put out the cards, but maybe that's the whole point. So that's very interesting. So I'm just going to lay out the cards. There's only 5 cards, and we'll see what happens. And one thing that I just want to kind of point out here is that in my estimation, abundance is not just about dollars and cents. It's also about a person's health, well-being, which is not just physical health either. It's like your emotional health. For some people who like to be connected to others, it's their social network and things like that. So I'm glad that this kind of keeps it more open-ended. Okay, so I'm going to just proceed. I think I'll go down here and then like this. So the first position is, what is my connection to abundance right now? And this is the 10 of Cups. This is the card of marriage and family and the happiness that they generate. So if we want to talk about that, that's perfect for Cancer, because you tend to like look at things in terms of the emotional wellness of your relationships. And so whether this is also speaking about, if we want to talk about material resources, that you are able to feel that sense of financial security, for instance, through your spouse as well. That could be, but that sense of feeling like you don't need anything may come from the emotional connections that are closest to you. And Cancer rules the house of home and family, so that only makes perfect sense. The middle card is, what present influence is contributing to my abundance right now? Now, it's so funny because one of the things when I look up these tarot readings and I try to implement them is sometimes some of the positions seem kind of almost like redundant, because that's what I felt like the first one was talking about. What is your connection? And now it's saying what present influence is contributing. And we have the Hangman. Oh, maybe it just means what is impacting your abundance. And this is, the Hangman is about kind of like this waiting period, this sense of maybe you're waiting to hear back from a company, for instance, or if you have been, as part of the shutdown, furloughed, and so you have this interim period, or even like, and a lot of times it's like being in suspension, feeling like you're kind of in between two states. But I also would say that for people who, let's say you're not employed, is that you might feel like you're kind of in this no man's land where you haven't really decided what to go after, but you haven't fully left some other influence. So it's like you're kind of in this state of limbo. And that might be just on the mental level. And, you know, if you're in a particular period in life where you just feel this sense of like nothing is really working for you. I mean, it could be one of those situations, and you're just kind of waiting to see, like, give me a sign or something like that. And right now, you have your North Node transiting the 12th house in the sign of Gemini. So a lot of these things can be either in your dream state, and certainly I'm sure a lot of Cancers are have vivid dreams, being a water sign, and some kind of symbols that may appeal to your subconscious mind rather than your intellect or that conscious mind. But you have to be aware and willing to look for them, because otherwise it might be too subtle for you to kind of grasp. So make sure that you are fully aware of everything. But another thing too is contributing to your abundance. I would say the first and foremost way that this is happening is that maybe you're just surrendering to what life is presenting for you and not trying to control anything. That sometimes can lead to the greatest breakthroughs, I feel. Okay, what area of your life is your abundance best focused on right now? Interesting. We have the Three of Pentacles. This is the Architect's card. This is the card of, building, maybe working with others. This is a card of co-workers, but it's like a card of maybe creative projects that you make money from. And if you are someone, Cancer, who is artistic, and for whatever reason you have kind of abandoned that, that might be a breakthrough for you in some way. And what I think too about any Pentacles card whatsoever is this idea of just getting down to brass tacks and working and taking tangible steps. Designing, and since this is the Architect's card, designing your life as if there is some kind of structure to it. That there is something that you want to achieve and that you want to be able to turn to in years to come as the source of your abundance. What past influence is contributing to my abundance right now? And we have the Seven of Swords. And this is a card of maybe going your own way, perhaps thinking for yourself, strategizing. With the Three of Pentacles, I'm thinking of applying that strategy. But even just being able to plan things out and be on your own in doing so can, I feel, be very helpful in being intentional about the things that you want to achieve. And when I say achieve, abundance is, again, something that's going to mean different things for different people. So it's not just about, just gung-ho about your career goals. But I'm talking about achieving that feeling of being satisfied that you're not in lack. That's the main thing. And some people have a lot of money and they still feel lack consciousness. Even with talking about food and things like that, think about the people who overeat even though they have enough food in front of them, because there's something driving them to this feeling of lack consciousness. Maybe when they were children, they experienced food insecurity. And so it's almost like padding. They want to pad in case there's another drought or something like that. So it's getting to that place in your life and in your mind, your consciousness, where you're not like that, where you don't feel like, oh my gosh, that shaky first chakra of security and things like that. So what future influence is contributing to my abundance right now? We have the Three of Swords. In this particular reading, I would say this ability to cut ties with people, places, and things very cleanly that no longer serve you. Now, as you know, maybe you know, Cancer, you've been going through about 2 years, ever since 2018, a series of eclipses that have occurred between you and your opposite sign of Capricorn. As a matter of fact, in July is the last of the series of lunar eclipses in Capricorn. Capricorn is your 7th house of relationships. So with the Three of Swords, you can see the heart with the daggers through it. And this is the card of heartbreak. This is the card of feeling rejected, feeling, like love is lost. And this kind of feeling is one of those things that is terrible and can hurt, but it's something that helps us, gives us information about what it is that we're looking for. When somebody decides that they don't want to be with us, it doesn't say anything about us unless we allow it to. But this card is not only about a feeling of rejection. It's a feeling. It's also a card of cutting things cleanly. It can be a card of heart surgery, but when I do certain types of readings, I don't focus on those types of interpretations. The one I'm focused on is this area of cutting ties with people who drain our energy, who lower our vibration, and keep us from achieving our ultimate abundance. And so with that lunar eclipse, for some of you, the realization may be that that a person that you are married to, living with, dating seriously, you're in a monogamous relationship, is just not good for you. And finding that out is a very good thing, because that will lead you to be able to get on with your life and to fulfill your destiny. And that will, in turn, give you that abundance that, that the abundance is kind of like a tangible proof that what you're doing is valuable. Obviously, some people volunteer and their work is valuable as well. But this is an example of you using your talents and being able to share with the world your talents that only you possess. And so I hope that you enjoyed this, Cancer. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.